Wi-Fi and free TV-enabled aircraft if you're interested in purchasing one.
Wake up, San Francisco! San Francisco has been a backdrop to movements, movies, and maybe your favorite TV family. Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the favorite one, even TV. Most notably, the Bay Area sees countercultures and holds the heart of hippies and the summer of love. A surge of free-spirited music, alternative lifestyle, and colorful liberation. This rock and roll highway presented me with a 50-year celebration of my favorite time in music and pop culture history, 1967, the Summer of Love. The Summer of Love was a social phenomenon that occurred during the summer of 1967 when as many as 100,000 people ranging in age supporting a hippie lifestyle fled to Haight-Ashbury. Although hippies also gathered in many other places in the US, Canada, and Europe, San Francisco was at the time the most publicized and saturated location for hippies to call home. This eclectic group, sometimes referred to as flower children, derived from the word hipster, stemming from Beatniks and the Beat Generation youth in the 1950s and early 60s. With a heavy literary movement, the Beat Generation led the way with belief in alternative values such as free love and sexual liberation. Many hippies were suspicious of government, rejected communist values, and generally opposed the Vietnam War, bringing to light what we know the hippies as today: sex, drugs, and rock and roll, leaning more on art, folk, and carefree dance moves. There's no denying the Summer of Love changed fashion and music as we know today. Many of us still refer to the people with natural loving and organic lifestyles as hippies. Fashionistas today drop good money to get their hands on festival fashion that is kin to Woodstock. The funny thing about the Summer of Love wasn't the fact that people did drugs, but the underlying agreement to try to live as one. Today's lifestyles lack the teamwork and effervescent enjoyment of letting go. The Summer of Love reminds me of a sleepaway camp where everyone was given music and paint and told to have fun. The imagination of this short surge in San Francisco mirrors the imagination of a child.
I said, honey, what you doing to me? No, no, no. And no, say, oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, honey, it ain't fair. Oh, baby, it ain't fair. What do you do?
The San Francisco sound played an important role in bringing members of the counterculture together with musical stylings from Big Brother and the Holding Company, Jefferson Airplane, Quicksilver Messenger Service, and of course, the Grateful Dead. The concerts took place in parks for free or in legendary venues like the Fillmore. Even though this summer only lasted 4 or so months, it had a lasting impact on the years that followed, creating festivals that today's youth can only dream to attend. Musician John Phillips of the band The Mamas and the Papas wrote the song San Francisco, Be Sure to Wear Flowers in Your Hair for his friend Scott McKenzie. It served to promote both the Monterey Pop Festival that Phillips was helping to organize and to popularize the flower children of San Francisco. Released on May 13, 1967, the song was an instant success. By the week ending July 1, 1967, it had scored 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States, where it remained for 4 consecutive weeks. The Summer of Love exhibit was less of a learning experience for me and more of a show and tell. I spent at least half of my life researching and falling in love with hippie service, gathering, and music. For a generation that rejected the trappings of middle-class upbringing, denim, the uniform of the working class, was a comfortable fit with its availability and durability on thrift. The all-American blue jean became the omnipresent look. It was this magical moment, this liberation movement, a time of sharing that was so very special, with a lot of trust going around, said Carol Mountain Girl Garcia. This trust brought psychedelic drugs to the forefront, with festivals and parties referred to as acid tests giving a whole new way to experience the world. Ken Kesey, a prior volunteer for a CIA-sponsored LSD experiment, also advocated the use of this drug. Soon after participating, he was inspired to write the best-selling novel One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Subsequently, after buying an old school bus, painting it with psychedelic graffiti, and attracting a group of similarly minded individuals, Kesey and his group traveled across the country, often hosting acid tests, where they would fill a large container with diluted low dose and give out diplomas to those who passed their test. Along with LSD, cannabis was also much used during this period. With the various all-organic fashions beginning to increase, this drug was even more appealing than LSD because apart from creating a euphoric high, it was all natural as well. After many people left at the end of the summer to resume their college studies, those remaining in the Haight-Ashbury wanted to commemorate the conclusion of this event. A mock funeral entitled The Death of the Hippie, staged on October 6, 1967, and the organizer, Mary Casper, explained the intended message. We wanted to signal that this was the end of it, to stay where you are, bring the revolution to where you live, and don't come here because it's over and done with. Even though the Summer of Love and its creators did not employ a single publicist or craft a media plan, the lasting impact of fashion, art, and music gives a colorful history for all of us to experience.
Have a great day, great night, and a great life. I'll see you very soon. Bye!
For a long time. They're playing Selena in San Francisco.